Top 5 players I think will drop in the 2019 NHL Draft. I'll give you my list of the players I think will drop to varying degrees in this year's draft. You can let me know what you think in the comment section below, and of course, I'd like to know who you think will drop. So in the comment section below, let me know who you think will drop and what you think of the guys I'm picking. And that's all right here at Talking Habs with me, Rick, the #1 Habs channel dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. So for me, that would be down here somewhere. For you guys, I don't know, depending on what device you're watching it in. And that'll notify you of all my videos as they come out, if you're so inclined to want that. Every year there are players who aren't picked where expected, and that's obvious. And every year some guys, for various reasons, drop down unexpectedly to be picked anywhere from a few picks later and maybe all the way to the next round. This year's draft will be no exception, and some players will be drafted later than anyone would have thought. An example is last year's Joe Veleno, who was, I think he was slated to go around 12th, but he dropped all the way down to 30th. So that's a big drop. So sometimes falling even one spot can be huge. Like if Jack Hughes drops the second this year, that's going to be a huge story. Although there are people that I myself think Capo might be the better player here. I mean, he's bigger, stronger, more to the NHL body, got loads of talent. Anyway, it'd be a big story if Hughes isn't picked first. So who could that player be this season, and how far will they drop? So unfortunately, it's all, of course, just speculation, but we can give it a go and compare after tonight's draft how I did it trying to figure this stuff out. So I'll give them in reverse order from 5 to 1. Number 5, Vasily Podkolzin. He was a number 3 ranking very early on, but has since dropped down. I've seen as far as 16th. That's the lowest I've seen him go. I don't know if he falls that far, but I think he does fall from 3rd. Of course, I think Byron goes 3rd. He has 2 years left on his KHL contract, and that might be a lot of the reason he dropped. He's a dominating type of player, but can be a bit selfish in that he prefers to carry the puck in and make the plays himself a lot of the time. He does put up good numbers and does get assists, so maybe that's not it necessarily. Anyways, I don't know how far he goes, but I don't think he goes much past 10th. I kind of think he might be a top 10, but I could see him going maybe as far as 12th, but I don't see he goes farther than that. Number 4 is Peyton Krebs. If Krebs drops, it won't be because of a poor season or a poor performance at a tournament. It won't be because he has a bad attitude or he did something dumb in the off season or he said something wrong in an old text when he was 12 years old. It'll be because of the partial tear of his Achilles tendon in an off-season training session. A simple accident, got cut by a teammate's skate. He has had surgery and is expected to have a full recovery and shouldn't miss much of his training time to get ready for next season. But that could scare teams off, as a partial tear, I've heard, is worse than a complete tear in that it takes longer to recover from. So we'll see. Although he's expected to have a full recovery and all that, prognosis is good. Number 3, Philip Broberg. With Broberg, I'm probably going to take a lot of heat about it, but I think it's more of a personal thing. I saw him at the U18s and wasn't really impressed with him there. I really wasn't. I've since watched some highlights of him, and I came away with the same impression. I wasn't that impressed. Either he plays a style that is deceptive so that he doesn't seem as good as he is, and then he goes ahead and he makes you look bad, or he's just not as good as people seem to think, or I'm just totally missing the boat on his talents. I don't know. So that being said, I think he drops possibly as far as into the 20s. Okay, say it. I'm crazy, right? Number 2, Raphael Lavoie, another player I'll take heat for, I'm sure. But Lavoie was ranked at 13th in the midterms, and he's at 20th in the final rankings. So he's dropped there already. Does he go farther down? I think there's a good chance he does. Maybe as far as 24th or so, in my opinion. I'm not saying he has become a bad prospect or that he isn't a talented, skilled power forward. Nor am I saying that he'll fall much farther than 20th, but I kind of think that he will go after 20th. Okay, and for the player, I think will fall the farthest and could even go out of round 1, is one of my early favorites. And I still want him here in Montreal, but I almost know for sure he's going to be going a bit later than 15th. I'm positive of that now. And that's Ryan Suzuki. Okay, laugh at me because I made the video and everything. You can laugh. It's okay. I can hear it. I can hear you guys laughing. It's okay. My earliest favorite to be Montreal's 15th pick, Suzuki had an underwhelming U18. Mostly due to an injury, which I just found out. I didn't know that was the reason, but I was definitely not impressed with him in the U18s. And he's since fallen in everybody's list, including mine. Another knock on him, and a contributor here, is his being considered a perimeter player. Not playing inside the dots enough. His Barrie coach has said he was working on doing just that for the last month of last season. And he fully expects to see an improvement in that area next season and beyond. His lack of physicality also doesn't help him here, but plenty of great players weren't overly physical. He was ranked as high as 10th this year, but I feel he'll go in the mid to high 20s, and you know, it wouldn't shock me to see that he falls out to the very beginning of round 2, in one of the first few picks there. But his stock's fallen. I've seen him as far as 29. You know, so I don't know. It's weird. So let me know what you think of my picks, of my top 5 droppings. I'll call them droppers. Excuse me. Droppings doesn't sound right for them. They're not that bad. In this year's draft, in the comment section below. And thanks for watching this video. And don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell. Notify you of all my videos as they come out. And that's it. Check out these 2 videos. Boom, right there. And that's really it. Have a Blue Blanc Rouge day from Talking Habs. Me, Rick. Go Habs, go. Get some good players at this draft. Bye, y'all.